What's good, everybody? I'm back at it again with another side quest for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Today's quest is going to be in Vino Veritas. We're going to do the entire side quest, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can pass the Under the Strawhat side quest as well and get that terrible reward. Without further ado, let's go ahead and lock straight in. So if you don't know already, you need to get to Kuttenberg. This is the second region of the game. When you're walking around this opening area right over here, there's going to be a guy selling wine. Go ahead and talk to him. Taste his wine, say whatever you need to say, but after this interaction, he's going to request a couple of things from you. Go ahead and agree to help him, but after you finish talking to this man, let's go ahead and start prepping for this entire quest line. Alright, after you finish talking to that guy, let's go ahead and put together your entire outfit. You're going to need a hood, a gambeson, probably some noble gloves to make sure that we get our speech and our charisma as high as possible. And for the bottoms, I just went ahead and used what I had in my inventory, which was the cut purse shoes and the cut purse hoses. But it doesn't really matter what you use. As long as the top is giving you a lot of charisma and some decent boost, then you should be good to go. Make sure that you're clean and you wash yourself and you can't have any blood on you whatsoever during this quest line, because you'll kind of scare off everybody. There's several things we're going to have to do. First things first, you're going to have to come over here. Right here on the map is going to be where the lady that we need to steal a book from lives. But she's going to be trapped on the inside of this house. She's either going to be in the backyard or upstairs. What I suggest you do is you come here at about 12 o'clock. So right here where I am, this is the back alley behind her household. There's going to be some guards and everybody. Go ahead and make the clock turn all the way to 12 o'clock midnight. Around midnight, everybody in this entire building should be asleep or at least on their way to sleep. So by the time we break in here, we should be good to go. The front door is a very hard lock. So unless you have a very high thievery skill, I would suggest that you come in through the back. There's several ways to break inside of this house, but this is going to be one of the easier ways to do it. You check to make sure the coast is clear, which it is not. We should be having somebody come around this corner shortly. Nope, we're good. So I'll go ahead and walk up to the door. I already have the keys to this, but it's a hard lock, so make sure that you unlock this as fast as possible. Close the door behind you, and let's go ahead and make our way on the inside. Now, if you know how to get in through the smuggler's way, you can actually break in from here. Regardless of how you get in here, you want to make your way around the corner. Everybody should be asleep. Go ahead and make sure the coast is clear and make your way upstairs. There's going to be several locations that she could be sleeping in. One of the rooms that she may be sleeping in will be this one, or she could be in this room over here. Make your way over to this room right here if she wasn't in the front room. And she should be asleep somewhere in here. And there she is. You want to hop inside of her inventory, look for the book, and go ahead and steal it. Once you've stolen the book, we want to go ahead and get out of here, and we're done with this place. Alright, now that you've stolen the book, go ahead and make your way right here. Just in front of me is going to be a tavern where Havel is going to be at. We're going to have to come in here to continue the rest of the quest line. Once you make your way on the inside, go ahead and find out wherever he's sitting, sit next to him, and it's time to continue the quest. Now, I do suggest that you try to get your drinking stat as decent as humanly possible. For me, I only had it at level 10. And if you do have some on hand, it might not be a bad idea to pop a couple of Henry's boxes. These are going to raise your speech by 7, which is definitely going to help you out in some of the speech checks. Regardless, I'm going to give you all the answers that you need, so you should be good to go. Now that we're sitting with Havel, he's going to interrogate us a little bit about each wine that we drink. In the beginning, you can possibly get away if you have a decent drinking skill with all the drinking speech checks and give him extra information to raise up your reputation, but that's not necessary. You can just say that you're indecisive or you don't really have an opinion on whatever the drink is, and he'll still continue with the rest of his questions. Eventually, he's going to ask you where you're from. You want to tell him Germany. He's then going to ask you a bunch of extra questions. The next question that he asks you, you want to answer him by saying Steinberg. Finally, at some point, you and this guy are going to be kicking it off right, or he's going to be a little bit thrown off with you. But regardless, he's going to ask you to drink the secret wine. After you've taken a sip of it, you're going to tell him that you don't really taste anything special about it, but there's just something that you can't put your finger on. He's going to ask you, okay, so how do you feel about this? It has mint inside it, but what is it missing? You want to say it's missing ginger. At which point he'll completely agree with you and everything will be good to go. Now that we're finished with Havel, make your way back over to Casper. You can give him the book if you haven't already, and there's no real use case for Henry to keep it, so you should just give it to him. At which point, after you've given him the book, go ahead and tell him all the information you learned from Havel. He's then going to want you to get hired over at the nearby Vineyard. So once you come over here, go ahead and talk to this guy standing right outside the gate and tell him that you want to work here. He's going to tell you that you're going to need to see the boss, and once you see the boss is going to basically tell you all of your chores that you need to get done within a certain time period. If it's too late at night, he's going to tell you to come back in the morning. But if you still have a little bit time before 6, he's going to tell you that you can go ahead and get your work started now. There's a couple of things that you want to go ahead and complete at some point. It doesn't really matter when you do it, but you want to come over in this building right here, make your way to the back room, break open the lock, or steal the keys from the lady and get in. And then in this chest right here is going to be the secret ingredient that you've been waiting for to give to Casper. If you found this video helpful so far, I would greatly appreciate it if you smash the like button for me. But let's go ahead and get back to it. You can then go right through this door over here. And over here to the right is going to be the seedlings that you can also gather for Casper if you want to. All of these things are going to give you a little bit of extra groschen reward, so it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. Regardless, grab everything that you want, and now it's time for us to go to work. If you haven't already, go ahead and talk to the boss. Once you've spoken to this guy right here, he's kind of weird, but there's something that he requires of you. He's going to want you to do 2 things. 1, you have to pick all the weeds across the entire yard, and 2, he's going to want you to go ahead and collect a bunch of fertilizer bags. Now, to be realistic, you don't really have to pick that many weeds. I went ahead and I picked about 15 to 20 weeds, and a weed is considered thistle or dandelion, anything that is basically out in the yard that shouldn't be there. But your main goal before 6 o'clock is collecting these right here. There's going to be 5 different spots that you have to pick up a bag and bring it over to the dung pile. I'll go ahead and pull up a map for you so you can find all the locations right here. And let's go ahead and walk around this area so we can get all the different fertilizer bags. Bag number 1 is going to be right around the corner. Bag number 2 is going to be just beyond that. Bag number 3 is going to be down this path here. Keep going forward and you'll see it. Bag number 4 is going to be around the back of the building. And the final bag is going to be all the way over here, just beyond the bag in the back of the building. Now, these bags automatically respawn, and you need to collect at least 10 of these bags and bring them back to this location right here behind the shed. Now, unfortunately, spoiler alert, no matter how many bags you bring back and how much back-breaking work you perform here on this farm, you will receive food and you will be able to sleep here. However, your reward is only 10 groschen. So before you kill this man, let's go ahead and get the hell out of this area and get back over to Casper with the goods. I brought over 11 bags and I picked about 20 different herbs all over this yard in order to pass this quest. Now, once he gave me that groschen, I'm not going to hold you, I almost killed the man, but I'm going to leave while he still has his neck attached to his shoulders. Once you make your way back over to Casper, go ahead and give him everything that you received, the ingredients, as well as the seedlings. And congratulations, that is going to be the wrap up to the Vino Veritas side quest. If you like what I do on the channel, make sure you smash that like button for me and consider subbing so that you don't miss out on any more tips, tricks, guides, and everything else you need for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This is your boy MSensei HD, but for now though, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here.